Since I was so young, I don't remember this Christmas all that well, but this is when I got Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers.
Oh, is it? Did you ask for that?
Yeah.
Oh boy, he got it, didn't he?
First on my list.
And I soon left the room to go play it while my parents opened up their own boring stuff.
Ooh.
The show was a huge part of my childhood. Chip and Dale were easily my favorite Disney characters at the time. Of course, I had no idea that I should expect licensed games to be no good, but thankfully that was the era of Capcom making some really excellent Disney games. I was a bit confused though.
I don't know how to pick up an apple or a grape.
Well, honey, I can't help you right now.
I couldn't even figure out some really basic stuff.
Dad, how do you pick up these things?
Black balls. Players must throw these quickly. Use your B button or your A button. I don't know. You usually pick things up with your B button.
Well, I pushed my B button.
Even after I figured out how to pick up things, I still had no idea how to beat the first boss. I remember my dad buying me a Nintendo Power specifically so I could learn how to play Chip 'n Dale. And I discovered, surprisingly enough, that you can pick up and throw the red ball that's in every boss room. I thought it was part of the boss himself. Despite these early stumbles, Chip 'n Dale became, in time, the first video game I ever beat, and I think it holds up incredibly well to this day. You know how some people resent new gaming consoles because they don't want to have to buy a new one? Well, that was me when I was 8 or 9. I had this idea in my head that my parents would be against me having another game system. Now, I'd played the first bit of Super Mario World before, but my first real Super Nintendo experience was in 1994 when I was 10. I'd met a new friend who introduced me to games like Super Mario Kart, which blew me away so much that I knew I needed to talk to my parents about allowing me to have a new game system. I was so nervous, I wouldn't even talk to them about it. I just wrote my mom notes saying I wanted a Super Nintendo for Christmas. So, for years, I'd been thinking I'd never get one, and I even convinced myself that I didn't want one. And it turned out to be no big deal in the end. So, on Christmas, my system came with Super Mario World and Super Mario All-Stars, and my aunt and uncle got me Super Mario Kart. Earlier in the month, my neighbor across the street had sold me on this Donkey Kong Country game that he saw in a magazine. It had so many graphics, he said. I was somehow bold enough to ask for that too. Looking back, it's amazing to me that I had such an excellent bunch of games on my first day with the Super Nintendo, even if it was kind of late in the generation.